No matter who you are, a believer or a non believer, there are times when we are here under the sun that we experience some bad times. But when things happen, that does not mean life has to stop there because life has to move on. Especially when you are a believer, pain is inevitable, here or not. But thank God, because in heaven you are promised there will be no pain, there will be no mourning. But before we get there, then we are still here or not. And that's why I want to give you some good examples, even in the Bible. There are people who went through pain and difficult times. A good example is someone like Moses. Moses, he was a leader. He was chosen by God to lead the people of Israel from the land of bondage into the promised land, Canaan. But because of the people he led, they were stubborn, and he was hot tempered. That costed him. He only saw the promised land, but he never went there. Then his successor. This was called Joshua. Joshua also went through some difficult times because the same guys that Moses was leading are the same people that Joshua took over from, and so he still had his share of difficulties when he was leading the people of Israel. But he didn't stop there. We still have guys like David. David, one time he was a shepherd before he was promoted to become a king. But even before he was inaugurated to become a king, there were so many things that he went through. But despite all that, of all the bad experiences he went through, life still moved on. We still have another good example of Hannah in the Bible. This was one of the wives of Elkanah. Her co-wife called Penina. Penina used to bear children, but Hannah had an issue because her womb, the Bible says it was closed. Say she was barren. But you know what? All these people went through difficult times, but one thing is for sure, they never gave up in their lives. And I also want to talk to you today. And that's where it would be better if I give you some facts about bad experiences. And one of the facts about bad experiences or pain is that everyone has experience or will experience bad experience or encounter some pain in their lives. And that means when you are faced with the difficult times of pain, you are not exceptional. Bad experiences of pain are inevitable under the sun. The truth is, life is full of ups and downs for everyone. But all of us would wish to have ups and ups and ups. But unfortunately, that does not happen here. We've been in another promised world that all of us who are believers will get. But when we go through these ups and downs of life, then the best thing we can do is to know that we are not exceptional. There are other people who are going through the same, but they are still moving on with their lives. The truth of the matter is that the people you are seeing smiling, they got issues they are dealing with secretly. The people you are seeing smiling here on social media, the people you are seeing giving us very good pictures of a nature walk, of good times with their family, they still have issues they are dealing with. But what they do is that they know that even when they go through difficult times, they are not exceptional. Other people are going through some other issues and they take it head on and they move on with their lives. You are not the only one. When you go through difficult times, you should remember you are not the only one with difficulties or difficulty. When you're faced with such difficult times and bad experiences, face them head on, confront them head on, and then you're able to move on with your life to the next level. The point is here that no matter who you are, where you live, what you do, or what your background is, you'll have to deal with a bad experience. I've already told you that. So because it is going to come, so I'm telling you, when it happens to you, don't give up. Don't say that God does not love you. Don't say that people hate you. Don't say that you are not going to move on. Other people still have issues and they're having bad experiences at one time, but these bad times, they do not last forever, and that should encourage you. You should move on with your life. And another fact I want to give you is that no one likes bad times or no one likes pain. And you're not the only one who does not like them. Me too, I don't like bad times. I don't like pain. But it happens to me. it will happen to you. And Jesus is a good example. When he was in Gethsemane, he asked if it could be possible that the cup he was to drink from to be taken away by the Father before he went to the cross. But you know what? The Father was so much determined for a restoration of mankind to him. And so Jesus Christ, he was a wise man. And so what he did, he said, God, not my will, but your will. And immediately we are told that an angel came and tapped on his shoulders and told him to be strong. I want to encourage you today, be strong, even when you have a difficult times in your life. Because that pain, some of the pains we experiences and bad experiences, some of them, they want us to teach us something new. Some of them, they want us to let us know something we didn't know there before. Some of them, they want us to take us to the level that comfort zone will never take us there. No one likes it when they are in the middle of bad experiences. Bad experiences are usually painful. However, when we manage them well, they are sometimes price tags of our testimonies. The much influential testimony you want to give after this or that you're going through today, be ready to pay the price. Do you know how much it feels when you go in a shop or you go to a grocery or anywhere you go to buy some stuff? How much it feels when you take your money from your wallet or your from credit card and you buy it. It makes you feel nice. The same. That time when you be giving that testimony of the pains and bad experiences you have experienced in your life, then people will listen to you and it will change the life of so many people. But before that, be ready to pay the price. Few people make it through pain. Make your choice to be a victor or victim today. The fact is that many people are crushed during the seasons of painful experiences. Consequently, few manage to turn bad experiences into positive experiences. Many people, when they are faced with a bad experience or pain, many of them crash. They don't make it through. But you know what? You have a choice. You can choose that you will not pray a victim, but you pray a victor. And that means you'll be able to face your situations and you'll be optimistic. You see an opportunity in every difficulty that will face you, but you choose not to be pessimistic. Then that means you will not see a difficulty in every opportunity. I want to tell you that maybe could it be that pain or bad experiences you're experiencing today is an opportunity for you for something you did not know. So choose today that instead of getting bitter, you get better out of that bad experiences you're going through. There are two examples I want to give from the Bible. And one of the examples is someone who was faced with a bad experience and then he turned to be a victim. And his name is called Ahithophel. Ahithophel, he was one of the legal advisors of King David. And one time he gave an advice, but one thing you should know about Ahithophel, he was a double dealer. Sometimes he could play the king. And so what happened is that he gave his advice and it was not taken by the people in that committee of the legal advisors of the king. And so what happened? He became so bitter, and that bitterness, you know what it did? He went home, he talked to his children and wife, and the next thing, he committed suicide just because he had experienced a bad experience. His advice was not taken. A contrary example of Ahithophel is an example of Hannah, one of the wives of Elkanah. And you know what happened is that Hannah, her womb was closed. And what happened is that when her womb was closed, Penina took advantage of her. She could ridicule her because when shares were given, she was given the little ones because she had no children. And what happened is that after experiencing pain of lack of a child, she turned to God in prayer. She turned to God in prayer. She never committed suicide like Ahithophel. She chose to be positive. And she was optimistic that her situations would change. And guess what? It actually changed. After a few days after prayer, the Bible says that she was blessed with a son, a baby boy called Samuel, who became one of the major prophets that we know. During the time of pain, make use of discomfort to speed up your growth in your life, to get what you thought you could not get. Because some of the things that we miss is because we are always in the comfort zone. Pain and bad experiences take us away from comfort zone and we start to face reality. No matter the pain that you're going through, no matter the experiences that are facing you today, joy comes in the morning. Morning may last for a night, but your joy is coming.